Hello and welcome to all my dear viewers of VMesh. I am Rafia Vikar. So today we are going to continue with our topic of ABC to business communication. If you still have not watched our previous videos, then I request you all to first of all kindly go through them and then come back to this particular video. So without wasting any time, let us begin with our first topic for today, which is really very interesting, and that is listening. Now, let me first of all explain the meaning of listening to all of you. Listening is a deliberate act. And in this deliberate act, what exactly is happening? A person is attentively hearing. So we can say that, listening is a deliberate act of attentively hearing a person speak. And listening is a mental process of paying undivided, attention to whatever is being said. In case of listening, what is happening? You are going to pay attention to whatever is being said. You are not only using your ears, but you are even using your other senses. But when we are going to discuss things regarding hearing, hearing is, a bit passive. In case of hearing, you may or may not, actively listen to whatever the speaker is saying. It is possible that you, do not use all your senses. You may simply, use your ear. But in case of listening, you are not only, using your ear, but you are using other, senses as well. It is rightly said that listening is an essential component of communication. Without this particular element, fruitful communication is not possible. And listening occurs when the receiver of the message wishes to learn or to be influenced or changed by the message. When someone is interested in actively hearing, they are listening. Now, let me discuss one such example with all of you, which is related to this topic of listening, and this is related to Mr. Jagdish Khattar, who was former managing director of Maruti Udyog Limited. He has served Maruti Udyog from 1993 to 2007. Now, he followed one very interesting strategy, which I will be discussing with all of you. Now, Mr. Jagdish Khattar is one of those bosses who was, very fond of listening to his employees. Almost every fortnight, Khattar used to get together with a group of young Maruti engineers and managers in an informal meeting that encouraged them to, articulate their ideas for the company's growth. Khattar's purpose was to elicit valuable suggestions for Maruti's growth by holding informal tea sessions with his engineers and managers, or by walking around at dealers' conversations, urging his dealers to make suggestions for improving sales and distribution. Initially, he realized that the dealers were hesitating to express themselves in an open forum. So, Khattar urged each of them to put down their suggestions on a piece of paper. He said that on a 5-hour flight back from Bangkok to Delhi, I went through each and every sheet, and our dealers gave several suggestions on which we could have, worked, through which he realized that the sales force and small dealership can be opened up in rural and semi-urban areas, and this could cut down the company's investment significantly. So such kind of informal discussions with your employees are going to enhance your performance and profit making in the long run. So we can say that listening is a significant management tool. So let us continue with our discussion. And the next topic which we are going to pick up in case of listening is principles of effective listening. Now, principles of effective listening has got a few points in it. Point number 1 is undivided attention. effective listening requires, a certain frame of mind, and undivided attention basically means that there should be no kind of distraction, there should be no kind of thoughts or ideas that are unrelated to the message to concentrate on what is being said. So you need to be focused towards whatever the speaker is saying. Secondly, we have hearing. Now, listening involves hearing distinct sounds and perceiving fine modulations in tone. The receiver need to, recognize the shape of words and intonation patterns. At the same time, we need to pay attention to the pitch, to voice modulation, and the quality of sound. Then the next point which we have with us is understanding. Now, a listener can hear words but must listen to know their intended meaning. I should say that perfect communication is, possible when full meaning of what is being said is understood. This includes words, tone, and body language. Fine. Then the next point which we have with us is interpreting. Now, interpreting basically means that understanding and interpretation, they follow a phase of hearing. The listener attempts to comprehend what is heard. Understanding the language may not be enough for fully comprehending the message and successfully, participating in the act of communication. It should be accompanied with the ability to interpret what is being communicated. Then the next one which we have is evaluating. Communication requires that the listener has the critical ability to value what is being discussed in front of him. It is only then that the listener can closely follow the argument. The next point which we have with us is empathizing. Now, empathizing means that a sympathetic listener sees that the speaker's point of view. He or she may not agree with what is said, yet such a listener allows the other person to say what he or she wants to say. Fine. Then the last point which we have with us is conceptualizing. Now, conceptualization basically means that when the listener finally assimilates what has been heard in the context of his own language and experiences, this is why listening is not only important but also indispensable for perfect communication. So the next topic which we are going to discuss is problems in effective listening. Now, the first problem which we have in case of effective listening is lack of concentration. Now, many a times as a listener, we are not able to listen to what is, being said or to what is being communicated to us. There might be, a few reasons for this. It is possible that the, speaker is speaking too fastly. So in such a case, we won't be able to, pay attention to what they are saying. Then it is even possible that we listen too closely. Again, we won't be, able to pay proper attention towards the speaker. And we will, fail to have the right kind of concentration. The second point which we have with us is unequal statuses. Now, in organizations, there are, various formal and informal status levels that affect the effectiveness of any kind of face-to-face oral communication. So, in such a situation, the employee won't be able to communicate his thoughts and opinions properly while any kind of interaction is taking place. If you remember the example which I took up with you previously, I picked up this example of Mr. Cutter. So in this particular case, the people who were dealers, they were not able to express their thoughts and opinions in a very, very clear manner. It was only when Mr. Khattar asked them to pen down their thoughts, they were able to, give their relevant suggestions. Now, the next point which comes in front of us is halo effect. Now, halo effect refers to the tendency of drawing a general impression about an individual based on a single characteristic such as intelligence, sociability, or appearance. In case of business communication, when I especially discuss this topic of effective listening, then the awe in which a speaker is held by the listener affects the act of listening. If the speaker is greatly trusted and held in high esteem as an honest person, his statements are readily taken as true. For example, due to halo effect, buyers may go and buy a trusted seller's view rather than exercising their own judgment regarding a product's quality. After this, we have the next point, which is complexes. Now, complexes means that, lack of confidence may prevent proper interaction between persons in different positions. Sometimes an individual may suffer from a sense of inferiority and therefore fail to take the initiative to have a dialogue with the other person. Similarly, some people consider themselves too important to talk with others. Then after this, we have the next point, which is a closed mind. Listening to a large extent depends on one's curiosity to know things. Some individuals believe that they know everything in a particular field or a subject. Their minds refuse to receive information from other sources. In such a situation, it becomes difficult for a particular individual to understand things that are being, communicated to them. After this, we have the next point, which is poor retention. Now, in two-way oral communication, a logical sequence of thoughts is essential for successful communication. To speak coherently and comprehend completely, one needs to, understand the sequence of ideas. The structure of thoughts must be, received by the listener to understand arguments. Moreover, if the listener fails to, remember the previous discussions, the whole communication or the whole conversation is likely to be lost in the absence of any written record. After this, we have the next point, which is premature evaluation and hurried conclusions. Now, listening patiently until the speaker completes his argument is necessary for correct interpretation of an oral message. The listener can distort the intended meaning by prejudging the intentions of the speaker. We can even say that by giving a different twist to the argument according to his own assumptions. By picking and choosing a particular, shred of information. These mental processes may act as a block to listening, affecting accurate exchange of information. After this, we have the next point, which is abstracting. Abstracting is the mental process of evaluating thoughts in terms of relative importance of ideas in the context of the total message. This is possible only by in listening to the whole message. Abstracting is basically, it serves as a barrier in when the listener approaches a message from a particular point of view and focuses his attention on selected topics of the conversation. After this, we have the next point, which is slant. Now, slant is a biased presentation of the matter by the speaker. Instead of being straightforward and honest during the communication process, the speaker may, adopt any such manner that could, verge on telling a lie. When a matter is expressed with a particular slant, important aspects of the message are suppressed or they are left out. All right. The next point which we have with us is cognitive dissonance. Now, cognitive dissonance basically means that whenever an individual is, a listener, they might be, having their own beliefs and previous knowledge. And sometimes these assumptions or these beliefs of ours do not, make us listen to the speaker. They, create some kind of barrier in between, and we they fail to, have a mental connection. We fail to understand what the speaker is saying. Why so? Because we are dependent on our previous beliefs and our previous knowledge. So, as a listener, we won't be able to listen to what the speaker is saying. So these are the problems which prevail in any kind of effective listening. That brings us to the end of today's lecture. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Take care until we meet next time.